We will continue to read from that Bhagavatam is universal topic. Yes, it's here. Let me share the screen. If we are able to see it. Oh, to 9 part. Yeah, we did 8. We have to go. No, we did 7. We have to go to 8. Where is the Zoom session? Seems to be different. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to find a way where you can zoom it. Is it visible to you all?
Very small, Prabhuji.
So I was trying to zoom it. Suddenly it went away. It used to come here. Is the zoom? Suddenly they keep changing. It's 13. I don't know. Here it is. Zoom. Is better now?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, now we can do this. So who wants to read this? Leave this part up to the translation.
It's 8. We have to read 8, isn't it, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu, 8 only. In 8, we will read the verse. Kripaya bhutajam dukkam daivam jahyat samadhina atmajam yoga viryena nidram sattva nishevaya. Maybe you can start reading. Somebody can start reading from the translation and continue on. Who wants to read?
Oh, I will read first.
Two people are at the same time. Who was that? One person. Who was? Yeah, yeah. Okay, you read first, Prabhu, then we will anyway take it forward. By good behavior and start from there.
Shall I start, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
By good behavior and freedom from envy, one should counteract suffering due to other living entities. By meditation in trance, one should counteract sufferings due to providence, and by practice hatha yoga, pranayama, and so forth, one should counteract sufferings due to the body and mind. Similarly, by developing the mode of goodness, especially in regard to eating, one should conquer sleep.
This we discussed, but Maharaj is now going to expand further on that Atmajam Yoga Viryena. I remember one of the devotees asked this question in one of the last class or class before last. One before that, this how we connect with this Atmajam Yoga Viryena. Maharaj is giving some very nice practical points here. Please go ahead, Prabhu.
Prabhu, I think it is joined through mobile. It is very difficult to.
Even this one, huh? Who can do it then? Who else can do it? Somebody else wants to read. Who? I thought someone else was also trying to read. Was that Vijaya Mataji or who else?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, please go ahead, Mataji, if you can read. Are you also in mobile?
Yes, I am in mobile, but I can read.
Okay, Mataji, please.
Atmajam Yoga Viryena Yoga. Now you are all sitting in the class, and this posture is Padmasan, and this will relieve you from bodily miseries. Walking is the best yogic exercise. Swimming is best. Cleaning our own room, best exercise. Cleaning our clothes, best exercise. Arranging our own room and keeping everything in order, it is the best exercise. Always go in for the productive exercise. Do not go in our unproductive. Do not go in for unproductive exercise. We are always inclined to do unproductive exercise like going to gym and dancing like monkey, laughter, or jogging or unnecessary walk. No need of that. Just clean your place, and that is best yogic exercise. This is the answer for the threefold miseries. If the public is very serious, then you can explain to them that this is the way they should behave to decrease their miseries. But the best remedy is remembrance of Krishna's activities. Krishna's name, that is the purport of these verses. Shall I go ahead?
Yes, Mataji, we will finish it and
So
then
if
discuss.
you just study these two verses, you will be self-sufficient. These are the verses to be referred to find out the remedies for threefold miseries. And they are all bona fide methods. Our study must be bona fide and the remedies must also be bona fide. It must not be concocted. No concoction. We are referring Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, which are non-different from Krishna. So here concoction disappears. The valid reason are there. This way, you should always remember these verses. Whole Bhagavatam aims at reducing the miseries of the living entities and helping them to go ahead in the spiritual path. This is the purpose of Bhagavatam, purpose of Bhagavad Gita, purpose of all scriptural activities. Krishna willing, we shall continue to hear more nectar from Maharaj in the subsequent offering.
Thank you, Mataji. That's fine. So this two parts. Thank you for reading out very nicely, Mataji. This is very interesting, especially this Atmajam Yoga Viryan, this particular paragraph, if you notice. See, Maharaj is giving some very simple things, which even which was very common sensical things, right? First and foremost is this posture is Padmasana, and this will relieve you from bodily miseries. See, let me be very honest with you. We all try our best to, during our Corona times and those times also, we have been in different ways. We were trying to keep our spiritual things up. But then you see that in person, we are sitting in the classes. Actually, we tend to sit in Bhagavatam classes in Padmasana pose, isn't it? Sitting down on the floor. That is a very good exercise. That is a very good exercise, actually, yoga pose. Many times when you go to the yoga, this thing, that's what they normally teach. Padmasana pose, sitting cross-legged and then breathing. You can breathe, but with that Padmasana pose, if you do only, it will be actually effective. That is why, many times you see people don't understand the importance of sitting on the floor. But but on the other hand, when we tend to be on online or anything, we sometimes we can lie down and here we can, which is fine. Something is better than nothing, we may say, but there are a lot of these distractions around, so the attention is not focused. But in the Padmasana pose, one thing is that blood circulation is really smooth in that. That is one thing. Breathing will help improve it also. And the other thing is the simplicity of that pose is also helping us in the physical the thing. And also one more thing is that it helps us concentrate. In the Bhagavatam class, when you sit down, our attention and our grasping tendency is naturally much more than what otherwise we will be doing. So the distractions and deviations are not there. But that is also from there also this Padmasana will help really. That is one important point we have to note. And Maharaj starts from there. That itself will relieve us from bodily miseries, because once the blood flow circulation starts, then it is smooth, then most of our problems will be gone. It is only when our air circulation and blood circulation it is interrupted, it creates all different kinds of ailments in our body. whether the fat cholesterol is building up, or breathing problem is there, or whatever, mm, mm, our digestion having its challenges, and so many different, it's all because of lack of movement. Otherwise, when the movement is always there in the body, then it is very simple. That's first thing. Then any doctor whom you go to, they will always talk about walking, swimming, cycling. These are the things they will tell, and that is naturally, walking is yogic exercise, and that is that is really the thing that doctors would also say, isn't it? Uh, and that's why when we go for parikrama, vraja means to walk. Devotees always walk. There is hardly anywhere you will see in Vrindavan, like once you go into Govardhan parikrama or Vrindavan parikrama, people always walk. And I have always seen, even in Japan or other places also, even in old age, people walk. And because they are walking, they are healthy. In Gujarati, there is a nice this thing that I don't know the Gujarati proverb, but Maharaj would always say this nice point that in your life, the more you walk, the more you will continue to walk. That's a very interesting thing that he said. And even in his old age, Maharaj used to walk every day in his 90, 85, 90 years also. Every day he would somehow or other force his body to walk with a stick and everything. This is beyond the paralytic attack he had, and the attack he had, and so many other issues. He had asthma and other things. Still, he would force himself to walk every day. And I have seen His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj also, when he came to Srirangam, he had such a hectic tour to Rameshwaram, and then the so many 9,000 devotees over that also were there, and he had to address them with his frail health. Still, he was speaking so much lectures, question answers, and so many things that he was doing. Individually, he was meeting with devotees, and then he was going to Parikrama also in Rameshwaram, where temples and other places. So many things were there. But in spite of all these things, he was pushing himself, and he came to Srirangam, and he, actually they didn't tell anybody till the last moment that Maharaj is coming to Srirangam. We got to know through some internal channels, like very close devotees from there. They just told that Maharaj might be coming there. So there, and because only the personal servants will be there, Maharaj staying arrangements, and they needed somebody else, local people, to help. So we happened to be there, and luckily we got a chance to serve Maharaj. Otherwise, it is always impossible to serve Maharaj. So many devotees will be there waiting to do some to seva to Maharaj. So when we were there, Maharaj was he was very tired, and he came in the evening around 3 o'clock, and that day he came and he took a shower, and then he took little prasadam, and then evening he went for Srirangam darshan. And once he went for that darshan, we came back, and again till late night he wanted to meet the devotees also, and all that, with all his tiredness. So after that morning, early morning, he got up and he did his the DT service, Mangalarti, everything. And around 6:30, 7 o'clock, he said, let's go to Srirangam, and then let's go to one more Narsingha temple. So we were not very confident that Maharaj can cover all these places, because quite a walk. Srirangam is not a small place. It's like those who have gone there, how much walking we have to do around. And Maharaj insisted that he wants to walk in the morning there also. So when we did the parikrama, Maharaj almost covered the outer circumference, circumcircle, that the outermost part. He covered almost half of it, which is more than 1 kilometer. He walked, and he was doing exercise and all that, and then we took him to Jagannath Mat. The reason I'm telling this is, you force your body, then it will work. It will listen to you. If you listen to the body, then you will have to continue to listen to that only. And Maharaj, well, in fact, he was doing jogging like this, legs, and he was saying, I have to move like these things, like that. He was in a very funny way, he was showing these things to us. And we were really amazed how Maharaj was able to keep up that determination. Otherwise, so many ailments were there in the body, but he was not showing them up at all. And he was continuing the walk. So This is one interesting thing. And the second interesting quote Mahavishnu Maharaj always used to quote is that with every step you walk, you kick death personified that much far away, far away from you. So the more you walk, the more you can live longer. In other words, he was. That's how the thing about pair rako garam also is there. You know, we keep your feet always warm. Means if you when you keep on walking, naturally feet will be warm, and all the nerve points they end in the feet. So naturally that acupuncture, whatever you go for treatment, that will get naturally included in our walking exercise. So walking is such a nice thing that you will feel so much more energized by that. When we do Govardhan Parikrama, how much energized we become. Little bit pain will be there in the feet for a few maybe hours or of a day or two or whatever. But then overall body will be rejuvenated because of the 20 plus kilometers of continuous walking and connection with Krishna. Right? Simply walking is not there. That's why Maharaj has made a very interesting statement after making these things now. Swimming is best, walking. And then this is a very interesting thing. Cleaning our own room is the best exercise. Washing clothes, cleaning our clothes, arranging our room and keeping everything in order. This is, see, there is actually a subtle connection in here. Because we don't do these things. We like to just leave things as it is. Once we get used to, okay, it is lying there. Second time we get used to it lying there. And then it becomes like it becomes it's a permanent arrangement of the room, right? So that makes it very difficult that okay it is always there. Ever since I am saying it's always there, and the dust get accumulated there, and we are living an unhealthy life because we don't have fresh air, we don't have the fresh environment, clean environment. So this cleaning the room is very interesting thing. When we clean, our mind also gets cleaned. It's a nice rhymes that that the children used to sing. One of our devotees he had composed that in the past. Maharaj is like that. If our room is clean, then our mind is clean. If our mind is clean, we can do anything. If our room is dirty, then so are we. And if we are dirty, we are not happy. This is in the rhymes, a very beautiful rhyme, it is. And so we have to, that's why Maharaj always used to say that chant and be happy is okay, but before chant and be happy, you should arrange and be happy. Then only you can do chant properly. You should arrange things in home or your own work also. You arrange it in such a way that they don't come in between your chanting time, your reading time, your pastime and all that. Otherwise, all the time we keep getting phone calls here, phone calls there, emails here, emails. We will not even focus a few minutes on the Bhagavatam also. So this is very important thing to meditate on, and this is all come under yoga viryana. Yoga viryana is not simply, see, immediately we think about, oh, yoga viryana means hatha yoga, pranayama. This is all nothing else. No, all the pranayama means breathing exercise. Pranayama is not simply mean just that inhaling, exhaling, that yoga exercise alone. That is not. Whenever our breathing exercise is implicitly included in our activities, that is pranayam. So we should do anything like you just go to the shop to buy some vegetables or groceries or something, milk or some whatever. That is a productive work. So Maharaj said, don't just simply walk and come without doing anything. Make use of that walk also for others' help. You know. Hmm? The important thing here is one subtle thing that which we have to understand here is that anything that we do involves two things. One is our body and our mind. Of course, Atma is there, but for bodily things, we are saying that Atma doesn't have any asthma or back pain and all those things are not there for the Atma. It's only for the body and the mind. So one thing is that if it is to do the body, one important element that is involved in our activities is time. When we always see that the time is like now in this discussion also time is involved. Now, if in this discussion, if I'm doing some activity which is we're doing some discussion which is not helping in my happy, helping me in being happy, then I will look at it as or I will see this as a waste of time. Yes or no? If 1 hour I'm just doing this and I'm discussing some junk thing which is not keeping me happy after that. I mean, any activity that I'm doing should not keep me happy only during that 1 hour or so. It should keep me happy beyond that also. That is why I'm investing, isn't it? See, I'm investing some money. If I'm after 10 years of investment, I'm getting the same money, I will not be happy. I have to get something more than what I invested. Same way, if I'm investing 1 hour of time, that in 1 hour alone, if I'm happy, that is not a profit for me. Beyond that 1 hour, also that happiness should continue for a longer period. And that is when that happy period in my that extra time beyond my 1 hour will help me create more happy time. Yes or no? Otherwise, I have to invest more of my time for becoming happy. It's like just understand the same thing between time and money, how it is, right? The investment that is. Otherwise, because this time, because it is fixed amount of time we have in our life, it will create more depression. Oh, I wasted 1 hour of my time. It's not giving me happiness anymore. This is why people who are going to say this intoxication or recreation and all those things, they feel depressed. You never think that if you go to the temple or spend some time listening to some spiritual discussion or whatever, you don't think of that as a waste of time, because that is creating more happiness time in our life. Happy time, more happy time in our life. Right? This is the first thing. Second thing is, our human life itself is such that unless and until we utilize this time to help others, we will not be able to be happy. That is why that 1 hour, suppose you walk for 10 minutes, go and buy something for home that will shorten the effort or work for the others in the home. Or you wash your own clothes so that it will reduce the work for the for say the wife or mother or whoever is doing it normally. If you do it, wash your own plates, whatever, wash your own clothes, wash your own things, everything you keep yourself thing, then one thing is you are not dependent on others. That way also mind will be happy. Second thing is you are not disturbing others. That way also mind will be happy. Third thing is you are helping others by saving their time. Otherwise, so much time they have to spend in doing that activity, isn't it? So these are all subtle things that are included inside this one small thing of my walking, buying somewhere groceries, or doing things myself, or keeping the room clean. If I keep the room clean, then others who are coming to the room will be happy. I myself will be happy. They'll see that, oh, everything is arranged nicely here. You have a dustbin in the room for anybody who wants to put. Otherwise, they will have to keep on searching for dustbin. Anybody who comes, where is the dustbin? Where is the dustbin? They will have to search. So, and you keep your bed and your other things easy for them to access. Then people will like to come. They will be happy. So our thing is, it depends on how you value the time and how you help others save their time. How you value our time, how you utilize our time for the better thing, and how you help others also utilize or save their time also. These are all the things that are involved in this yoga virya. Simply that one word, but then you have to expand it beyond the normal understanding. Otherwise, you will not know how dynamic is Bhagavatam. So these are some of the points which came to my mind. Then again, that's why Maharaj is telling, always go in for the productive exercise. Don't go in for unproductive exercise. Yeah, I remember when I was in Nashik with Maharaj, he used to send me to, those who are in Maharashtra will know this, Panjra pole. Panjra pole means it's where they have the desi cows, the regular local breed cows, and they will get the milk directly from the cow, and immediately they will give it. No mixing much, nothing, not putting in packet, freezing, all those different things are not there. So Maharaj always takes that milk only when he goes to Nashik. So when I used to stay with him, he would tell me, morning we will do Mangalarti, and then he will say, I will take a bit of rest for the 2 hours. You go to this Panjara pole and get this thing, a vessel full of milk. And there is only one bicycle will be there. and it is about 9-10 kilometers away from Maharaj's ashram. So I used to bicycle to that place, and then because I am not a regular customer, they will make me wait till all the regular customers are done. Only extra milk will be given to one of customers. They have that rule in that local I mean, right? So I will wait. That will take another half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever. So they will, all the regular, those who have the card with them, no, they will come and get the regular thing. So this is a nice culture, right? So they, and then finally they will, extra thing they will give it to me, and then I will take that and come. Once what happened when I went, it was all right. While coming back, the cycle tire got punctured. So I had to push it all the way and walk. And I came back almost 6 kilometers. I just walked in. Maharaj, after I came, Maharaj said, why it took so much time for you? I was waiting for you. Maharaj said, no, Maharaj, there's a cycle, the tire punctured, and there was no puncture walas around that early morning. So I had to walk. Then Maharaj said, oh, that is very nice. You had nice walking exercise. See, your body, you look so energetic, you look so fresh after coming back. So these are all very nice things, like I mean to say, uh, how much ever we do, it is always good for the body. That is what we are doing is we are sitting too much in front of the computers and we don't walk at all, or TVs or computers or phones or whatever. We don't walk at all. And then all our time goes, not only time goes, money also goes. Money also goes to the doctors and gyms and this therapist, that therapist, etc., etc. Simple food, simple living will save us so much time and money. So we should always give that extra this thing to the body. That is what Maharaj has always insisted, and he keeps insisting this in this class also. And this is unproductive exercise. Why do we have to go to the gym if you can walk to the shops or to the temple or wherever? And then just clean your place. Again, Maharaj is repeating this. Just clean your place, and that is the best yogic exercise. So we have to be very serious about this. Maharaj always used to tell me that even the clothes have to be nicely arranged. When you look at clothes nicely arranged, your mind becomes very clean, very free. Then whatever you are reading will you will digest it, you will absorb it more easily. That's why I always see, when I see, say, Grace Radhesham Prabhu or Gaurang Prabhu and others, they always carry that small phone only. They don't spend a lot of their time in other things. And I see, you see, both of them are so fit. There is no tummy, nothing. They have a nice fit body. Because they do their activities on their own. They don't just take advantage of the washing machines or this machine or that machine. They do their work simply. I see that many times they just simply lie down. They don't have any unwanted, so many, servants and this and that. That's why you have to follow. Our life has to be a representation or indication of what we are reading and discussing and seeing it as our life's um, way of life. We can say, we can read, we can understand also, but putting into practice, if we do, then it will become a very nice flow of the whole thing. The whole cycle will be complete then. Okay, now any questions, comments before we move on?
Prabhuji, that Padmasana posture, like, previously in Gurukula and all,
Yes, Mataji.
children used to be on the floor and they used to sit in a Padmasana
Yes,
posture.
Mataji.
But
Yeah.
nowadays they have benches, comfortable chairs and everything. Most of the time
That's
they
I
are
was
simply fidgeting.
yeah, I was going to come to that point. Always nowadays children also sit in the chair only, and that also all these rolling chair, this, that, etc. They don't sit on the floor. Earlier we used to have especially at least till fifth standard or so, the nursery thing, they will sit on the floor with a small desk, isn't it? Writing also will be just sitting down and writing. But now it's all like sitting, then there is this thing coming around, and then you sit like this and write. Well, it's okay for a class of whatever they want to sit for all those things, but then they will have to get up, walk, and come back. At least at home, we can have some little more control there. But again, that's why the attention span is also reducing slowly, isn't it? The attention span is coming down. Nowadays, they're not able to focus much. Even we ourselves are losing our focus beyond certain point. So these are
And
all some of the
nowadays,
things. Yes, Mataji.
most of the classrooms are also air conditioned. There is no, fresh air.
Yeah,
Now all
yeah,
these facilities are given actually.
yeah, yeah. That is one thing. And then there is no writing on the board. They're all like
Mm.
they do the slideshow thing, kind of a thing, where people they are not able to get a snap of it. All right, when you write it on the board or the notebook, then we get the tangible connection with the writing. It's very important. Unfortunately, those are all. This is all the Kali Yuga's introduction. Anything that we introduce to increase our laziness, to reduce our hard work, it leads to the subtle ways of um, that losing the, the fabric of austerity. So wherever the austerity is lost, naturally we will have to go to this doctor, that doctor, this specialist, that specialist. So much we are going to. And like 2 weeks ago, we were reading that Rockefeller's statement. Now he destroyed or cancelled the lives of all the doctors who are natural medicine doctors, naturopathies and all those people. This is all happening. What can we do? But somehow or other, we have to pick ourselves up from all these dangerous things that are happening around the world. Thank you for that, Mataji. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, bro.
Guruji, I know like there are some people who can never, they have never sit on the ground, right, on the floor, and they cannot sit at all.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. No, I just want to mention this.
If
Hare
they
Krishna
have
Prabhu, yes,
yeah, one minute, Prabhu.
yeah.
Sorry, I was just Prabhu, Sunil Prabhu. You were referring to those who are, because of their inability, disability, or whatever that you're telling about them, or there are some.
No. There are some friends of mine, right? So
Mm,
they never sit on the floor, and they cannot
yeah,
sit
yeah,
for whatever
yeah,
reasons. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that is even in it's a Western culture, Prabhu. They never sit on the floor. They never walk barefoot. Even inside the home, they have to wear the shoes. I remember when I was in the US. These people came to. I was in a rented apartment, and I was about to move out, and someone else was coming to see that apartment. So I had this what you call our altar, and everything was there with the DTs and all. So in the home, either the carpets are there, we never used to walk with our slippers or shoes inside, right? So these people who came to walk, they straight away entered inside with the shoes. I told them, hey, no, you don't. There, of course, they are Americans, and I told them, hey, please remove the shoes and come. And they were like literally they were shocked. They were never heard that removing the shoes, somebody telling them to remove the shoes. So they went back without seeing the house, and they complained to the apartment that admin
Owner.
thing,
Oh.
admin the reception HR whatever, right? So they called me and they said, oh, you it's offense to ask someone to remove the shoes. I said, hey, no, I have my this thing there, my worshiping God and all those things are there. They said, no, you should not do that. If you don't allow, then you will have to pay the fine before you leave. Then I had to, it's okay, at least they said you don't come, you go around the corner and see whatever you want to like that. So these are all things where, and they can't sit on the floor at all. They have to always walk with the shoes. They can't walk barefoot. Then they go to all kinds of treatments. This is how it is. The whole healthcare industry is not, it is an industry now. It is not a service. It's moving on like that, and it's considered as a offensive thing to sit on the floor. It's our what do you call it as uncultured this thing to sit on the floor becomes a challenge these days. Thank you for bringing that up, Prabhu. And all these things are adding to our health complications. We don't realize that. Yes, Gaurav Prabhu, I saw you raise your hand.
Prabhu, just wanted to add, Maharaj stressing on cleaning our own room. So I personally realized, I mean, I was reading this also. I thought, why not clean my room? And I could found out that there is so many extra stuff that we have
Yeah.
collected, and we are very much attached to that. For example, clothes. So there are much more than we need actually. So
Yeah.
similarly, there are things which are beyond requirement, what we need. So that's personally I could realize. So when
Yeah.
we take that clutter off, that again, Nami Maharaj says that the mind is more clean, right?
Yeah.
So
Really, Prabhu. See, the things which with which you are associating with, like say for example, seeing, hearing, like smelling, and talking, all these things. Though every single object that which you are seeing, if they are organized nicely, then our mind is reflecting that organized way. Like say for example, you look at Ganga or Yamuna flowing, nice flowing river. Your mind becomes peaceful. How? Because it is going in an organized way. It does not cluttered. It's not moving sometime, stopping sometime, and then suddenly color changing color sometime, and or going here, going there. It has its organized flow. So anything which looks organized, you look at it, it is very pleasing to our eyes. See, even moon you see, it is very pleasing. Especially full moon you see, it's very pleasing to them. The full moon is fully organized, a complete circle it is. So it is very pleasing to see. So even our surroundings, what we are seeing around us, if that is also properly organized, what thing has to be where has to be there. That's all. You arrange it like shirt should hang on some place, bed should be there, pillow should be in one corner, or your books should be properly organized. If your books are not properly organized and spread everywhere, just here 5 books, there 4 books, here 3 books, like that, and they are all like scattered like this, how will your mind will have the interest to pick one book and read? And even if you pick and read, how much you will absorb? If it is all properly organized, you will be happy that yes, it's all organized. Even if you don't open and read, that books being organized itself will keep your mind pleased. Of course, we have to read. That's another thing. But then, we. So it's very important
actually,
to.
most of the time we get inspired by the words as it is.
Yeah,
We like to
as it
keep
is.
things as it is.
Yeah, really. Nice point, Prabhu. Thank you. And Shividya Mataji also put in the chat very interesting point that some of the children she met, and I've also seen that they can't eat with hand at all. They need spoon. They are trained to be like that. But we don't understand that Krishna has given both the spoon and the fork in just this hand itself. Whatever you want, you can grab with, like fork also is there and spoon also is there. And it is said in Bhagavatam, how much ever you can hold with your 2 hands, that is what you should, that is what is your food. Beyond that, you don't have to be your, because this size and tummy size is the same. See, I was just watching some few shorts in YouTube. It was like somebody was going to the open land, and there's so many monkeys are there. They are going and distributing these different bananas, apple, orange, and there's carrots and all that. I was surprised to see hundreds and hundreds of monkeys are coming. They were all coming and they were taking from the box. And after some time, this man is giving them the fruits. You will be surprised. They take only one apple in 2 hands and go away. They don't take. They have 2 hands. They can take 2 apples and go away. No, they don't do that. They take only one banana, one carrot, one apple, and then go away. And then with that one thing in the hand, they are, even monkeys know how much to take. He had so much. They could easily come and grab as much as they want. Even in Govardhan also, you see, in other places, of course, the monkeys will not be so much crowded. They'll be like alone sitting, especially in Vrindavan and all. They will be like sitting separately, like watching over who is wearing specs and whom to grab and all those things. They'll be watching it. But in Govardhan, you see, they will never grab your specs. They will never grab your items or bags and other things. Their only need is you just give them some fruits or cabbage or some vegetable, something you give. That's all they want. They will grab it, they will take it, and then go and sit in a corner and eat. That's all. All their requirement is very simple. So you see, I was surprised to see Apple Prabhu. Like not people, not so much apple people come every day and give, isn't it? See, banana is fine. Banana is simple, like no 5 rupees, one thing, whatever you get it and give 5 rupees, 10 rupees maximum. But apples are costly, so people don't come and give all the time. Very rarely they give. So they can all, and he had more of it. They can easily grab two in two hands and go, or one here, one there, like that, and go. But they are taking only one apple and just going away eating that. That they are happy with it. They don't come back again and ask for one more apple also. Just finish one with one apple, they are happy. No wonder Krishna is very friendly with them, huh? Krishna had them as their best friends, as his best friends, their cows and monkeys. Huh? Very nice. So that's a very important thing to note. Like you give spoon, you give fork, then you give a knife. So many things you give, all these things, and then so much time spent to wash all of them. The secret of eating with hand, Maharaj used to say that this with his hand, when you touch the food, right? That moment you will know how hot it is, or whether it is soft or hard or whatever. You will know the moment you touch the food with your fingers. And that moment itself, the message will be sent to the communication will sent to the mind that hey, this is hot or this thing, or this is soft, or this is spicy, this is sweet, and all those things will be relayed to the mind. And when it is relayed to the mind, what happens is the mind naturally instructs the body to start secreting more saliva. That is why when you touch the hot food, naturally the saliva, it gets secreted in our tongue, isn't it? Have you seen that? The moment you see fresh plate of khichdi or whatever, dal rice, whatever, you see that and the steam is coming out, naturally the saliva will start secreting. But with a spoon, you don't taste it until it touches the mouth. You don't get to know the softness of it or hardness of it or the temperature, whatever it is. You will not get to see that. See, that's why Vedic thing is made so perfectly. Even in our morning, this Chandas thing, we saw this thing. It was very nice that to understand the whole thing properly. Hmm? Okay, so that is how the secret things are hidden inside in the chandas, in the shabda, in the shlokas, how to sing. When you're singing, how it is having its impact and all that. So this is all intertwined, the effect of the whole process. Nice point there, Mataji. Thank you for that. Anything else? Maybe we can read one more part after this.
Prabhu, I
Walking
just
bare
want to add a point.
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Yeah,
Antarani Prabhu, you
Prabhu.
wanted to say
Yes,
something.
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Just wanted to add to our discussion. See,
Hmm.
nowadays we have completely taken up this westernized culture. All the sofas, TVs, dining table, etc. Hardly we have any space to walk. Also, just sit here, eat there, and sleep in the bedroom.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and
Maharaj used to
also,
say about that point also, Prabhu. Sorry, please hold on to your thought there and continue. I just tell this point. Maharaj also used to say one thing that for your mind, it needs more space to walk about in the home. You can't live in just a small 10 by 10 and fill it with all kinds of sofas, this, that, so that there is no chair and everything so that there's no space to move also. If you want to put all those things, keep a bigger hall or bigger spacious room where you can move about also. You can walk freely. That's why when you go to the terrace and walk, Prabhu, when you have it, if you have a terrace, if you go to the terrace and walk or along patio or on the street, you walk, it's much better walk, isn't it? So that's
yeah,
also the space helps. Maharaj used to say two things he will say. One thing is the more spacious is your home, the more air will come. There should be ways to get more fresh air, and there should be more space also. That will keep your mind happy and relaxed. The other thing that he would say is that try to keep the house on the ground. Get if possible, at least the best of your ability, try to be in the ground, because if you go higher and higher, like 30th floor, 40th floor, and all these days they are going, and it's your mind will be disturbed anytime this night and all. You will not have a very good sound sleep, I would say. This, of course, these days it is very difficult that not everybody be able to do that. But it is the first thing is, if we make it possible that we get a place where you can get a lot of fresh air, then our body will get nice fresh air and will feel relaxed. Nice point, Prabhu. Please continue, Prabhu. You are going to say something.
Yeah, Prabhu. Also, if you don't have space, terrace is the best place
Yeah.
where we can walk. Yeah. And one more, there
And
is a
I know you have a terrace in your home. So yes.
No, even in fact, Prabhu, we have at home also
Yeah.
very good place to
Yeah.
walk. And
Yeah.
one more point, Maharaj also says, if you don't use any item for 6 months, it's sure that you never use in your lifetime. So better throw it
Yes.
away.
Yes. Yes.
But
So if it's
there are
not
so many items we still keep it.
for
We are
years.
attached to it. We don't throw it.
For years we have thinking that, oh, this may be useful, this may be useful.
Yeah. And one more saying is there, very good saying. I like it very much from my college day.
Yes, Prabhu, we are not able to hear you. You're speaking. I think maybe he got disconnected. Looks like
Sorry,
problem.
Prabhu, power has gone.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
So hope you heard that saying.
No. When you that
okay.
saying alone, we couldn't hear.
Yeah, there is a place for everything, and everything should be in place.
Nice, no? There's a place for everything, and everything should be in place. Yeah, beautiful statement. Thank you, Prabhu. I think Kamalini Mataji was trying to say something, or who else was trying to say something?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes,
Dandavad
Mataji.
Pranam.
Dandavad Pranam,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Walking barefoot is so good for our health, Prabhu. And nowadays, even the Westerners have realized, and they call it grounding.
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 They are coming
So
back to ground.
I know, from their cots, they attach something to the ground, it seems, so that they get that feeling. So it's very, very good, because we have pressure points in our feet. So walking on sand or gravel, for some time, that grounding is very, very good for health, actually.
This is one thing. We are always seeing this from one point of view. There is another point of view. Sitting on the floor or walking on the ground. This all is a very important. These are all very subtly. There is a connection between us and this Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is glorified for all her glorious qualities. Like that sloka of Bhuter Akrame Manopi Diro Daiva Vashanugaihi Tad Vidvan Achalin Marga Anvashiksham Kshite Pratam. There is throughout Bhagavatam, Mother Earth is glorified like anything by her prayers to Krishna, by her tolerance, by her forbearance, by her kindness to. Because of Mother Earth only, we get all the different trees and fruits, and everything is coming from Mother Earth, isn't it? All the mines, the minerals, river, everything is connected with the Mother Earth, isn't it? So when we are walking barefoot, when we are sitting on the floor, we are having that direct connection with the Mother Earth. When I'm not sitting on the floor, where is the touch with the Mother Earth? Right? So that is also there, and whoever we are connecting with, our subtly, our subtle body and gross body, they grasp the qualities and bhava of the other party, isn't it? So like sadhu sangha, and you see, Mother Earth is as conscious as we are, right? Mother Earth is as conscious as we are. She's Bhumi Devi, right? So when we are sitting on the floor, we are connecting with her. We are relating with her. So that's why when you go to temples and all, we sit for a while, discuss something. And when we are sitting on the floor and we are discussing, Mother Earth is enjoying. Right? And when we sit on the floor and we eat, it is much more better for digestion. So these are some of the things which we can follow for some time at least, if not all places, at least to begin with in our life. Then we would be able to appreciate the value of our Vedic culture. Thank you, Mataji, for a nice point that you.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes,
Here
Mataji.
you said that we are supposed to sit on the floor. So while sitting on the floor, it has to be bare floor, or we are supposed to put something like even in when it
Any,
comes to yogic posture
mm,
and all, we do
mm,
aarti.
mm.
So all these
We put a
things that
mat.
can,
We put a mat. You are saying, na?
yeah, yeah. Do we
Yeah, that is.
have any
Mm.
specific reason for this?
No, the mat is usually put as a mark of respect that we are standing there and we are doing the arati. We are supposed to be on a clean place because we are directly doing the service to the Lord. No, so that is why in the floor sometimes may not be clean. There will be some dirt here and there. So we need to put the mat on, and especially and more importantly, those mats are made of that grass. No, that it's a
Mm,
long, the thick grass that is what it made of. So they are actually considered Vedic. Even while sitting also, those days the sages will sit on the pusa grass. Now these mats
mm,
are almost not exactly the same, but almost kind of, right? So that helps us connect with the Vedic way, which even much more. And when we are sitting on the floor, it doesn't matter whether we are sitting on the bare, as long as it is clean, there is no problem. You can sit on the bare
mm,
floor also, or just put some little small mats or something and sit. But too much of foam, if you
mm,
put and sit, then that will be like we will feel like sleeping.
mm.
So we have to avoid those modern inventions.
Okay,
That's the only thing that we need to be clear about.
okay, bro. Thank
Hmm?
you.
And if we train the children also to follow the same way, at least for some time in the day, then they will feel very nicely connected. They will feel very happy because they are connected with our Vedic way. And Vedic way means pleasing to Krishna and to ourselves and other living entities also. And one more thing is also there, Mataji, here. Whatever medium that we are using to do our activities, they should be manufactured or created without harming other living entities much. You understand? Suppose mat is there.
Okay.
In mat, they
Mm,
would have just grabbed some grass or something, or this long stick or whatever, and then they would have made that through bamboos or simple things. They would have made without harming too much other living entities. But if you have to take a
mm,
foam, if you have to take like big sofa and all this, how many germs or whatever different entities that they would have harmed to
mm,
make those very cozy sheets and the cover and all those things. They would have made something to extra, and chemicals they will use. So many things they will do. So that's all totally artificial. We don't know how they are making those thermocols or that those cotton, those PET thing, the foam and all that. No, we don't know how they are making.
mm.
Definitely, they would have harmed so many living entities. And anything that exploits Mother Earth is harmful to the whole world, including ourselves. That's why that beautiful sloka is there. Pautikanam cha bhavanam shakti khrasam cha tatkritam. Shakti khrasam. Anything that which is done with by exploiting others, exploiting other living entities, will disturb us also and disturb others also. And it will reduce in Shakti also.
Okay,
The
okay,
plastic,
bro.
for example,
Mm,
Mataji. See, we are all
mm,
using plastic chairs, plastic tables, all are plastic these days. The plastic is
mm,
so harmful to the Mother Earth, isn't it? To all the living entities. The whole ecosystem is going for a toss because of the plastic. They are
mm,
saying avoid polythene cover this one, but plastic is not gone away from our life. So many different, the chair we are sitting, I am sitting on a plastic chair. I don't know how it was made. And when they are making these plastic chairs and plastic tables and all these plastic things, what they are doing, the chemicals which are derived from there, first of all, this will not destroy. Even if you put in the sun's this thing, this will not destroy. That is the harmful thing about this plastic thing, right?
mm, mm,
So whatever heat you put, it will turn into another this thing, but you cannot destroy it. uh, that is one thing. But how much of chemical is thrown out from the factories who are making these things, and they are all thrown into rivers, oceans, and they're thrown into all the habitats. So fishes are dead, the birds are dead, humans drink dirty water, and we don't get, when air is also dirtied. So we may talk like an environmentalist or eco or whatever, and we may not follow all this, but actually all these things have their impact in our day-to-day life and also in the future generations. That is why Maharaj is insisting that keep things simple, keep little, whatever is more absolutely needed, you keep it in your room. Other things you just throw it away. Like I told the example of these monkeys and these cows and this other, they just eat whatever is fitting in their stomach. That's all. They don't grab and keep so much for their future and all. Krishna will give. Why you have to have the? Why you don't have that faith? That's what they will always say. Nice, Mataji. Thank you. Very good question.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? So Maharaj is telling this, if you just study these two verses, you will be self-sufficient. What are those two verses?
Atmajam Yoga Virena.
Yeah, what how does it start? Kripaya Bhutajam Dukham. 7:15. This sloka which we are reading. Kripaya Bhutajam Dukham. Daivam Jahyat Samadhina. Atmajam Yoga Viryena. Nidram Sattva Ishebaya. 7:15-24. And what is the other sloka?
Is it the 25th one, Prabhu?
No. Narayan never quotes from 25th year. Yeah, 1540. We came to 7:15-24 from 1540. So Maharaj is saying, keep that verse and keep these verse. These two are the verses which are, see what he is saying. He's saying if you have these two verses, you will be self-sufficient. These are the verses to be referred to find out the remedies for the threefold miseries, and they're all bona fide methods. And Maharaj says beautifully another point, our study must be bona fide and the remedies also must be bona fide. This is the thing. We are going for artificial remedies. And that is why we are not happy. If you go for bona fide, they are not bona fide. They are not authentic. They are just like whatever comes, let's just use it kind of. So even if in fact, don't just say allopathy is not bona fide, let me go for Ayurveda. Even anything, allopathy, homeopathy also, we should not go too much. Natural thing means you just, without any medicine, you just cure yourself by this walking, cleaning and all these things that Maharaj is referring to. That which without harming, go for cycling, go for walking, go for swimming if you know swimming. So these are all simple things which will keep our body healthy, And it must not be concocted, no concoction. See, we should not just have this. Concoction is a very dangerous thing. Okay, I will find out something myself and do it. Or maybe someone has found out concoction and say that is. No, it will not help us in the long run at all. We are referring Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, which are non-different from Krishna. So whatever Maharaj told here, that clean your house, walk, swim, all these things come under Atmajam Yoga Viryana. So it is Bhagavatam message. So it's bona fide. And doctors are also saying that same thing. After giving all their goli, they know that the goli is not going to fix our problem. It's only the walking and cycling and jogging will fix our problem, or yoga, that will fix our problem. But because they have to run their business, they are giving these things also, the goli also. Anyway, so just thought I will ask that question. So that's why whole Bhagavatam aims at reducing the miseries of the living entities and helping them to go ahead in the spiritual path. Is the purpose of Bhagavatam, purpose of Bhagavad Gita, purpose of all spiritual activities. Maharaj finishes this. I mean, he doesn't finish it yet. There is much more there, but at least this concept is so nicely finished with this, the understanding the purpose of our bhakti activities and specifically reading Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Whole purpose of Bhagavatam itself is to remove the threefold miseries and help us progress in our spiritual path. This we should know. Then we will not leave Bhagavatam at all. So nice, Prabhu Sumataji. It's very nice to read. Just one part also is so nice, no, to come to discuss and be convinced about. All these thoughts have to be convinced in our mind has to be convinced with these thoughts. Then we will be able to appreciate it. Then we will be able to take the advantage of the make use of these processes. And they are free of cost. Walking, how much charge you pay to somebody? You walk to 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, anybody charge you? You have walked 2 kilometers, come on, you pay this much. If you ride a bike for 2 kilometers, you have to spend your petrol, you have to do so many things. Or car, you have to pay so much petrol for that 2 kilometers, what you are riding. Of course, you'll say, oh, I have saved my time. What are you going to do in that 10 minutes of saving? Especially when you go to gym. And if you want to go to gym, you walk to the gym. 2 kilometers we go by car, and in the gym we are standing, and in the treadmill we are running 2 kilometers and still the same place. And it comes to the home, so much space it occupies in our home. There's a huge thing. It has to be connected to the plug, and that treadmill, it doesn't do anything. Whole day in the closed room you do, and then all the sweat is coming out and inside the body only. When you go out for walking or jogging, at least the sweat gets evaporated in the fresh air. But if your whole thing is closed, it's a tamasic thing. The wastewater goes back into the body. So where is the freshness in our body? And on top of it, it will be plugged to the electricity. Anything electricity is always harmful. On top of it, it is charged also. You have to pay for it, right? So it's not that we are conjures or miserly in our nature. Just that why you are using the money in hard-earned money, wasting it in this useless things. Eat nice food, spend in the money. Maharaj used to say, wear nice clothes, man, healthy clothes, which will simple clothes but healthy, so that the air goes through the body, goes through the cloth and touch the body. Nowadays we wear these kind of very costly clothes. It doesn't let the body air go in at all, and then the sweat is inside. The cloth is also not absorbing the sweat, so it is going inside the body, and that will really affect our health. We don't realize the danger that we are living in. That's why these cloths and all this cotton, simple jute, cotton, these kind of cloths, no, when we wear, they absorb the sweat also, and they let the air pass through also. With so much heat around, we are living inside the AC room for all our day. Where will we get the fresh air? It's a very dangerous situation, right? So that is why we take this. All these things are nothing but our it's a supplementary, or it's aiding our Krishna conscious activities. So we should do it. We should not become like fanatical in that way, I'm saying, but then we should, when you make it as a part of your life, it is not fanatical. It's just a natural thing that keeps going on, right? We used to have this neem stick to do the brushing in those days. Now all the different paste, colored paste, this paste, that paste, everything comes. Brushes also in different models they come. There's a huge industry running there. And in 45, 46 years, we are losing our teeth with all the brushing. And then they're saying, okay, don't worry, your teeth is gone. No, we will fix one more teeth. And how much is it for each teeth? 50,000 rupees. 75,000 rupees. Man, madness of the highest order. They are charging so much money for that, and we don't know how much is that thing. And then they say your body has to accept that foreign material also, so we can't guarantee, like that they will say later. I don't know. Anyway, with all due respects, we have to give as much Vedic way as possible. Then we will have not only enough time for Bhagavatam, we'll also have enough taste for Bhagavatam. I'll stop here. Anything final point from anybody before we close? Sushandra Prabhu, I saw you unmuting. Sorry,
Yeah,
Prabhu.
Prabhu, I wanted to say something.
Yes.
Here, the climate is so, unpredictable. You decide to go out for a walk.
Yes.
You can't, because the climate is so bad, the wind and all. So what normally I do, I have a habit of pacing inside the room, like my
Yeah.
room. I do pacing, fast pacing and all that. I do something like 10, 20, 12,000 steps, so that, at least I can keep myself fit. Because, here the climate is so bad, my daughter says that you don't go out anywhere, but then they don't know that I'm pacing inside. I do very fast, So that is what I do, because
Oh, you are in Nottingham, right? You are in Nottingham, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
when I was there, this Wollongong Park is there, no? Or what is that? Wollongong?
Wollaton Park.
Well, yeah. So it's a huge park with so many kilometers actually. And
Yes,
I was, I was also living in that tough period, that October to March, which is like really cold period at that time. Once you come to June, July, it is okay. But until that 6 months is a very horrible time, no? So one interesting thing I saw, of course, in UK, US and all, that period is really, that extreme weather period will be there, where you may not be able to go out also. But in Minneapolis, it's even worse weather than UK. We have lived there. So there is a lot of lakes out there, you know. So what we used to do is, I learned from an American colleague only, that when you used to go out for say some lunch or something, team lunch or something, he will tell us that if you walk, if you keep walking in the cold also, what happens is the body will start getting the warmth inside itself. Because naturally, when the body has this nature that it will adjust to the outside weather. If outside is really cold, it will become warm. If the outside weather is really hot, it will try to cool down inside. That's why that water, and then the body has its natural capability to do that. So what happens is, when you're really in the cold place, you walk, the body starts warming up, and then it releases sweat, and after some time you will have to remove the sweatshirt that you wear also, isn't it, Prabhu?
Yes, true, very true, very true.
And other thing is that when you do kirtans and your thing, automatically the whole place warms up, isn't it? You don't need to put the heater also in the room. So this is something which is a secret for the body also, that even in -20, -30, we used to be there, Prabhu, in Minneapolis. We used to walk with the normal sweatshirt, and we will not have it also after some time. So my friend, he used to say that this is the body's nature, so you can adjust to the whole thing. So only for some period, actually speaking, Prabhu, this nails and all, no, this part, this the edge of the fingers, right? This is where the pain will, the cold will really affect too much.
True.
So here, if you cover, and then the holes of the ears, through this it will go. So you just cover this part and this part, then you don't have to need all the other things. And of course, the neck part for otherwise the cold will, sometimes it will affect the throat, and some people might get affected. So you can do that. In Vrindavan, you go in during this December, January, Prabhu, it's very cold at that time also. There also, you don't have to wear this. It's in almost 2-3 degrees only it is. So it is like you don't have to wear gloves and all. You just have to put this ears and the neck covering. Then everything else is fine. You don't really have to worry much about the other parts. It's really, so that is nice, Prabhu. As you said,
the thing is, like day before yesterday, like I checked that the climate says that rain starts at 3. So I said it's a good day, so let me go for my walk. Prabhuji, I went for about 15 minutes and started raining so heavily. My God, I said, but so when I came back, I was completely wet. So my daughter called me at that time. So she said, you should realize this is UK.
UK.
I said, but it's showing 3 o'clock, the rain. But now it's even 8:30 in the morning. Says no. So, it's like so.
They say in UK you have to take all the things. You have to get a coat, and you have to have the umbrella, and you have to have warm clothes, and everything you should carry with you. It's ridiculous, really. All the different weathers will be there. It's like UK weather, they call it. But whatever it is, with all actually, I don't know how Mara lived there for 50 plus years. Still, he maintained his routine, and after returning also till 90 plus, he was pretty clear in his thing, whatever he was doing. And so I'm still, I have to find out with friends who are there in London, what was his routine there, how he managed the winter and all there, because those days he was like 70s, in his 60s and 70s, and then only he started moving around the world after he was 70. So I had to find out what he did that time. In UK, it's always difficult, Prabhu. Really difficult. UK, in some parts of US, it's difficult. Sorry, yeah. Then Gaurav Prabhu, yes, you were saying something, Prabhu.
No, just Prabhu, one line I remembered from Prabhupada purpose. Then he mentioned that we have created so many unnecessary necessities in life. That's why there are so many complications.
Yeah. I just found something very interesting, like while my regular reading, like we did that 116, 26 to 30, no, the 40 qualities of Krishna that Prabhupada gives different meanings. He gave similar interesting meanings in 7, 11, 8 to 12. There are 30 qualities that Krishna, that Narada Muni lists for cultivating as spiritual qualities. This is a very interesting thing. You please go through that. 7, 11, 8 to 12. 4 verses, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 verses actually. 7th canto, 11th chapter, 8 to 12. In this, each quality, Krishna Prabhupada is giving nice word-to-word meaning, but it's very interesting. In everything in brackets, he will do something extra. So please do it in your free time, and then we will discuss that also next time when we carry.
Prabhu, you mentioned 116 the previous time. What was that?
No, 116, 26 to 30, 5 shlokas are there, where each quality, like Satyam, Shaucham, the same thing like here, Tapa, each one of it, Prabhupada will give beautiful meanings, not the normal understanding.
Right.
You will say Tapa means austerity, but Prabhupada will write it as trueness to one's responsibility.
Right.
And like that, he will give out of the box meaning, actually, what is the original root meaning. Similarly, in this 7, 11, 8 to 12, Prabhupada will give some very beautiful meanings for each of those same, our very familiar words, but very beautiful qualities. So please do that in your free time, and we'll discuss that next time when we catch up. So we'll stop here, Prabhu Mataji. Thank you so much for all your wonderful input, wonderful realizations, and very nice. Even though we read little, but the churning is so much more really, and always nice realization. And when we put into practice, it's even more wonderful. Thank you, Prabhu Mataji. We'll stop here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल, वांछाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमः. So Krishna willing, we will meet tomorrow evening for Prabhupada Smaranam. 7 o'clock our usual time. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavas.